Cities are hard. They're tangled webs of shadows with someone different waiting to stab you in the back on every corner. Baldur's Gate ain't no different. If anything, it's worse. There's murder in the air, and a name on everyone's tongue that no one dares to speak. The scales of justice are new in town, hot in the tail of an evil cult, but they're going to make 'em talk. Tales from the Dark Dragon's Inn is a serialized fiction podcast. Join us for Season 2 on tftddi.co.uk.
Welcome back to Merely Roleplayers, a podcast where theatrical people play role-playing games. Welcome to Upstaged, Backstage.
To what?
That sounds like upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Where this episode we are going to talk about what it is that our company is trying to defend or save, or why they need to win this national theatre competition. So, I'm here again with Ellie.
Hello.
Ellen.
Hello.
Strat.
Hello.
And Nat.
Hello.
So many rhymes. So theatrical already.
One fish, two fish, red fish.
I can give a couple of prompts for what this is, but I kind of want to hear what all of you think. I'll just tell you what the prize for the competition is, and then you can have a think about why it is that you want it. So, if you win the national competition, there is a cash prize element. There is you get a run or a tour, either in like the West End or a national tour, kind of all paid, like arranged with a production company. So why is it that you might want those two things?
How much is the money?
Yeah.
They both just sound really awesome things to have, and I'm not sure I need much motivation.
It's enough to cover whatever it is that you need it for.
Right,
Wow, blank check.
Yeah, so if we're going to go Muppets and you need to save the theatre from the developers, then it's enough to save the theatre from the developers.
Okay.
I think if the check is unlimited, then we are creating our own interactive, immersive, utopian Britain world that's probably as big as Britain itself. And
let me guess, they're part of the EU. I wonder if rather than saving an existing theatre, we could be building a new one.
Ooh.
Yeah, of our own. Mm-hmm. I mean, otherwise we pretend we have a theatre already that's under threat.
Maybe
If
there's
right.
some mean local council person that is cutting all arts funding for the area, and we want to win the money so we can.
Can you imagine such a world?
I know, right?
But they would cut arts funding.
Indeed.
What?
And then we want to win this money, so not to use it for ourselves, but to give it to use some of it for us, but to give it to the local arts community in lieu of the funding that is being lost.
We're so benevolent.
I know,
That's
right?
lovely.
I like that because it also works that if there was a nationally successful theatre company in the area, then it would be like the optics of then cutting arts funding to the area would be bad, and they kind of wouldn't feel like they were able to. Mm-hmm. I think that the reason that I think for story reasons it works better if it's like something you're saving rather than something new that you're trying to build is like, if it's something new, then if you don't win, all that happens is like you don't do the thing that you want to do.
The status quo continues.
Status quo continues. Whereas if it's something that's going to get like bulldozed if you don't win, then it feels like the stakes are a bit higher and it's a bit harder to just walk away.
I like the idea of us having an adversary as well, someone that's trying to do something bad somewhere.
Well, shall we try and save the Ariadne? Pretend that that's the theatre that's due for destruction. Errol would be so sad.
That's really cool. Having saved it from ghosts, we're now saving it from unscrupulous property developers.
Yeah.
Of course they would be redeveloping it because nobody goes there because it's haunted.
Yeah, we fixed that, right?
I mean, we think you did. We haven't done an epilogue.
The ghosts were a feature, right? It's USP.
Yeah, kind of. It's got history.
Yeah. If the shows don't do well, then the haunting gets worse. So it's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy situation. But yeah, that could be the theatre we're saving.
This feels like it's. I don't know. Could we merge the two, or do we need to pick between like funding being cut and you need the money to like give to organisations and also to have like a PR win against the evil local council person, or the saving the Ariadne Theatre? I feel like they're two
what
options.
if the all the local schools haven't had their funding for arts, so they've not been able to kind of maintain their theatrical premises, so the Ariadne was the only place they had to go for their drama lessons.
The children!
So we've got to save the children.
Won't somebody think of the children?
So it's kind of, it was supposed to be like the local community's arts centre because they didn't have their own in their own schools.
I like that. Yeah, I think that nicely dovetails those two ideas.
Did you...
No, I was literally going to say something very similar. So, great minds.
Anybody else want to add any details? Shall we say who this local council person is that's cutting the funding to the schools?
Have you got a name that you'd like to suggest, Nat, from your pre-prepared list of names?
Oh, they were kind of judgy names.
Oh, so they're a bit spangly.
Yeah.
We need something like Derek Hardweather.
Oh, yeah, he sounds horrid.
Yes, he does.
Derek.
I have no advance on that. Derek Hardweather.
Has he got a wife called Maud?
Probably. She's very downtrodden.
Yeah.
Is Derek Hardweather a civil servant in a bad situation trying to stretch a budget, and he's just like, oh, I don't want to cut it for the children, but I have to because I need it for other
He
things?
just hates art.
Why does he hate the arts?
He never got picked at school.
Oh, never got picked for the school play.
He always
Dance or sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be artistic, but he's never been able to.
Oh no.
Blames the world.
I feel like I can see the plot of this already. We don't need to play it.
Yeah.
I think I know how we could win him round.
So roll some ones and find out.
Any more details for him? I feel like that's enough if nobody has, but anything you want to add to that character?
He only wears brown.
He's channeling Dave.
Oh no! Dave's got it in my head. Yeah, but Dave wears brown in an awesome way. This guy wears like a shade of brown that is
Like
bad.
khaki brown.
Oh yeah, poo brown.
Old
brown.
brown, yeah.
Old brown.
Old brown.
Tweedy brown.
Old brown.
Yeah, but like a faded, gross tweed, not like a nice, lovely tweed.
The sort of brown where you're not quite sure if it was brown to begin with or not.
Yeah.
That sort of brown.
Oh god.
That's a good idea of what the stakes are. So let's then think about all of you and what your roles are in this fictional version of our theatre company, because you all do theatrical things or have done theatrical
We
things.
do theatrical things.
I mean, starting with Ellie, you are a director and artistic director. Is that the role you want to take on for this, or do you want to move into other things?
I'd quite like to do. Well, I don't know if it works for a competition really. The thing I most enjoy really is comparing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really work for that. I could just introduce our act.
There would be a host.
Oh, god damn it, Dermot O'Leary. Stealing my job again.
Maybe the host has a really easy allergy.
Yeah, we can just casually poison them.
But I mean,
directing.
if your performances end up being sort of cabaret-ish, I guess you could be like an MC for your section.
Well, let's just say director, because we don't know what we're doing.
Alrighty. Yeah. I should say it is going to. You're going to have to come up with a fresh performance for every round of the competition.
Oh lord.
Oh no. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, because they need backstage footage of you. Yeah, it's like the Strictly dancers like planning their routine. You have to plan a new thing for every episode. So we can go through various different kind of formats and things. But okay, so you want to stay in a directory sort of role.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what we decide to do, I might also perform.
Yeah, all of this is rough and loose. We can.
I like it.
I'm sure we can all wear multiple hats.
Exactly.
As it were, as well.
Yeah, you
That'd be a
can.
good act.
I wear hats.
But how many?
Multiple.
Get Guinness World Records in here. Anybody else? What sort of roles would you like as your? Again, it can change, but as a starting point.
I like making things, but I don't know how useful that is in a talent contest. How many props do you need?
Well, that's the thing. Ellen's a professional propsy, makey person.
That's my title. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I think probably we will need props.
Yeah.
Of a high
Trick
quality
items, perhaps, depending on our act.
Yeah.
And I like mimicry.
Oh, okay.
So you're our official piss taker.
Yeah.
Well, impressions of the judges always a risky strategy.
Yeah.
It's high risk, high reward.
Probably with the audience, though.
Yeah, you win the audience vote, maybe not the judging.
Yeah.
Well, if they have one of those, and some things they have like the button pressing thing in the audience vote you in or out.
Oh, yeah.
Ariadne's probably not posh enough. Oh no, we're not at the Ariadne.
I would probably have some kind of on-stage role, I imagine, being an
Glad
actor.
somebody will.
Yeah, but I also do quite a bit of stage combat and sword fighting. So if there were any kind of stunts or special choreography or safety or that kind of thing, I could probably play into that as well.
Yeah, you could perform it, or you could train other people to perform it. Yep.
I could also be on stage, I guess, but more recently I've mostly been writing or building sets and stuff, so there's a few things I can get involved with. Yeah, it's hard not knowing what it is we're about to do, what we require.
Even I don't know.
Yeah. But we've got a good set of talents we're not actually going to be using, but imagining we are. So it's okay.
Yeah. Are there any, because we're talking about talents that we all have in real life, and obviously we are playing versions of ourselves, but are there any other like theatrical talents that you, because we're existing in a world of imagination, would like to pretend that you have? Any other talents you kind of admire that you would like to play in?
I've always wished that I could dance.
Yeah.
Like proper street dance. I don't know what it's called. Very
That would
light.
be really cool.
Yeah, like breakdancing, that's it. Yes, I wish I could breakdance.
I'd like to be able to dance. That's definitely a thing that I put on my cannot do list for real life.
No rhythm.
Strat can actually dance.
Well, yeah, it's one of my regrets that I gave up dancing as a teenager because I got bullied in high school.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know.
What kind of dancing?
I did ballet and I did tap and I did jazz.
Oh my God.
And I stopped when I was about 13.
Stupid bullies, we hate you all.
Spend all your life lessons and roll the dice.
I bestow on you the gift of complete past of dance.
Well, maybe then we're an eclectic. We can do eclectic different dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to do some kind of like aggressive gymnastics.
Yes.
Like,
Not just regular.
I don't know, I have just this image in my head of like the kind of, I know it's stereotypes, but like the angry Russian gymnast. Yeah.
You see the clip in Brooklyn Nine-Nine with a little flashback to Rosa Diaz being a gymnast?
Yes.
That is aggressive gymnastics.
Yes. That. Distilled.
Well, based on all of that, I can't wait to see what some of the performances you come up with, or to hear you describe some of the amazing performances that you're going to do for this.
Gymnastic street dance with
I
hats.
was going to say, three of us dancing and Nat just aggressively doing like somersaults over us.
Maybe with a sword.
Yeah, shaking your fist at the judges. Are you not entertained?
You've been listening to Merely Role Players with Ellie, Nat, Ellen and Strat as themselves, sort of, playing a game designed and run by Matt using the Powered by the Apocalypse engine. If you enjoy the programme, let us know with a review or rating on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Listen Notes or wherever you do your listening. You can also find us on Twitter at Merely Roleplay and at facebook.com/merelyroleplayers. Merely Roleplayers is an independent production in association with Blackshaw Theatre Company. Join us for more drama next episode.